Good afternoon. I'm so used to saying good morning. That's what I almost said. Not used to going live at this time. You get to see me now after I've done my walks for the day. I've been sweaty and hot. But anyway, the thought that God gave me, and He's been giving me this, but I feel like somebody else needs to hear this today. This is not your plan B life. This was always plan A. Look, I get it. You've made mistakes, and you can look back on your life and think, man, what if I would have made the other choice? There was a plan A life that I missed out on, and I would love to have known what it would have looked like. And I can have those thoughts myself. I don't think anybody who's been through broken families and things like that you don't sit back and think, what if I would have made the other choice? The thing is, God always knew that you were going to make the choice you were going to make. And so He already had plan A figured out for you, and it didn't switch up because you made a different decision. Do y'all remember those books? I used to love those books that you could read, and it was like every chapter or so it would give you a choice. Should the main character do this or that? And if you choose for the main character to do this, turn to page 300. If you want your main character to choose this, turn to page 400. Those were the best books, because then you would get to read like a few different kinds of stories, because you could kind of go back and forth and go back and read it again and make the other choice and see what would have happened. But we don't get life like that. And so I just want to comfort you with this, as much comfort as it can be. And it really is. It really does comfort me to know this. It goes all the way back to Adam and Eve. When she ate from the fruit, and so did Adam, they didn't suddenly start a plan B. God always knew. And when He created the world, and that was always the plan. He already knew they were going to eat it. He already knew that He would be starting this huge redemption story. That was actually the desire of His heart, is to redeem fallen man back to Himself. So when we look back on our lives and say, man, I wish I knew what plan A would have looked like, well, open your eyes, because you're in it. You're in your plan A life. There was never a plan B. So now, here's your challenge. This is what I challenge you with, because this is what God challenged me with. Be grateful for this plan A life. Be grateful that even though you've made mistake after mistake, God has not forsaken you, and He has made a plan for you. And His plan is not to harm you, but it's to cause you to prosper, to have a future, and to have hope. Be grateful for that, because as soon as you can start being grateful for that, you can let go of what you thought was supposed to be, what you think could have been, and start looking at how grateful you can be for how He is reconciling you to Himself. That was always plan A. So I hope that comforts some of you out there. I hope that helps you to be able to let go and know that there's not another choice that's been hanging out in your past that you wish you could go back like we could those books and choose the other choice and see how that would have turned out. It's not there. This has always been your plan A life. Go into it with gratefulness. Go into it arm in arm with God as He is reconciling you to Himself, and reconciling you to all the people that you have hurt in your mistakes and who have hurt you. And that reconciliation can look very different in many different ways, but that is His desire. Reconciliation, restoration, redemption. That's something worth being grateful for, you guys. Love you, mean it.